So you're trying to learn how to add a mask. Great question. The first thing you're going to want to do is put your video into your track and then your logo. In this situation, we're going to be using my fingers putting down a cigarette and then moving away. We want the title, Their Memories, behind my fingers so that it looks like my fingers are in front of it. Once you have everything on your timeline, be sure to select the logo that you're trying to add a mask on and go to the Effects Control menu. If you can't find it, press the Windows tab at the very top and the drop-down menu will come down and have the Effects Control option there for you. After that, you're going to want to press the Opacity drop-down menu on the selected item you wish to add a mask on, and press the square symbol underneath it. Once you do that, a small blue square will appear on your screen. If all of your text disappears, don't worry. You just need to move the four blue corners of the box to the necessary points that you need it at, and it should appear again. When you line up your mouse onto the line of the mask, you can create more points. What I like to do is I like to perfectly line up the mask with the text or whatever I'm going to be covering or replacing. You can zoom in, and that typically helps. Boop, and boop. Grab this, pull it all the way over here, and then zoom back out. Or you could just press fit. That works too. After this point, this is where it gets really tedious and annoying for most people. Once everything's ready, you can press the clock symbol next to the mask path column, which will allow you to create keyframes within your video, which you can then use to move your mask as needed. Now we get to the part where we zoom in and add a ton of dots. Here, here, and here. Pull this down, and then zoom out. From here, you're going to want to press back onto the effects menu, and using the arrow keys on your keyboard, move as many frames forward using the left and right frame as needed to adjust the menu. For this, I won't be doing every single frame. I will be doing 2 frames per, just for the purposes of this example. From here, it's mostly in your control. You can see me putting down some keyframes for where the cigarette is and where my fingers are, and I'm lining it up with where I am in the frame. You can do this however you please. There are other ways and ways to add curves using the circle mask instead of the square. Most people will have their own methods for doing this and own ways of lining up their mask, but that's to the dealer's choice. There are ways to have the mask following the hand other than the letters as we're seeing here, but essentially that's just a flipped version. You can find that in a different video. That's not what I'm explaining to you here. This is the easiest way that I personally have found. Other things you can do is have the mask cover the entire screen other than a small portion of it like I'm doing in here. Doing that will better help you track every part of the text you're showing. If once I lower the cigarette deep enough within the screen, the text should appear above it. So you need to make sure you account for that when adding the mask. There are small things like that to consider, but really it's all dependent on what you're making. So thank you for watching.